Hey guys, hey, welcome to Smokey, Steve, and Mark. I'm Mark. Steven is around, but he's giving me a little bit of privacy here to do my mental health video. Oh my goodness, you know how I can get with these like personal videos, so that's pretty cool. Welcome or welcome back. Oh, it's so nice to see you. So yes, I'm here with Algie, Algee, our mental health first aid bear. Koala bear from Australia. You get these whenever you do the mental health first aid training. He's pretty cute, huh? So I thought, well, how appropriate for a mental health video, huh? Especially because, as you know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, I think the best way, what a perfect way to bring awareness to mental health, right? To have a whole month dedicated to it. And, I think the best way to do that is to talk about it, just have conversations about it. Mental health has always been so how do we say it, like covered in mystery, or it was considered a bad thing, or back in the day, like they would, if somebody had a mental health issue, they were outcasts, they were jailed, they were, we have come a long way since that time, but I think some of that feeling still kind of sticks with it. There's still a stigma to it, much like there is in addiction. And I think really, just by talking and having open conversations and learning about it, we can bring awareness to this and make it more acceptable and get people the help that they need. Now we've been, well, I should say, Steven has been doing some mental health videos throughout the month for Mental Health Awareness Month, and his mainly centered around his therapy that he recently started a few weeks back, CBT. Now I'm not officially in therapy, but I have been in therapy. I've been individual, I've had group therapy, couples therapy, and they were all so helpful. I highly recommend therapy. I actually think everybody should experience therapy, at least once in their lifetime. It's really, really, it's a good thing to be able to trust and confide in somebody and talk and get it out, But, no, I'm not in therapy, but I've had therapy, and I have the luxury of working with my therapist, this job that I have now, I'm going, let's see, there 5 years. Let's see, I was a patient there for about 6 or 7 years prior to getting a job there. And she was my therapist. In fact, I remember the day she started and I was her first patient. Pretty cool little story there. But yes, I have that support every day, and we use it with each other. We always talk to each other. Sometimes we'll close the door and have, and be like, look, I need to talk, so that's very, very nice to have, and it helps me a lot, So anyway, how am I doing? So overall, just preface everything. I'm okay. Everything goes okay. I have been struggling the last few weeks, and I have found that my mental health is in direct relation to my physical health. A lot of you know I was diagnosed with RA and AS, and it's no joke. It could be a lot worse. Let's and I started a new rheumatologist about, I don't know, about 6 months. It was December was my first appointment. So I have a new rheumatologist. And the first thing he did was changed up my therapy, my medication therapy. And about 2 weeks ago, I started on all new medications, and I'm on the biologics now. And I stopped the other medications. And the one was Humira, which was an injection every 2 weeks. I'm now on Orencia. I believe it's Orencia. If I'm wrong, I'll put it down at the bottom what it is that I'm taking, but it's Orencia. It's a once a week shot infusion in my stomach, along with Celebrex, which is helping with the pain. So I don't know. I have found that when I'm physically not doing well, that my mental health actually follows along, and I'm not doing well with mental health. Now I don't have an official diagnosis for mental health. I was diagnosed years ago. When in my 20s with anxiety and depression, but it was I think it was clinical depression or something like that. But like I said, that was years ago. Not to say that I still don't deal with it. I do, especially anxiety. Again, that's another thing that's no joke. But anyway, so when I'm not feeling well, yes, my mental health suffers as well, and there's depression involved, and both the depression and the anxiety can get debilitating if I allow it. Now, before I get into a couple things that I had wanted to tell you about, I do have a little tip, a trick that works for me whenever things get like, I don't know. I just, it's my 5x5 rule. It's all. And all it is that I take a look at the situation that's going on. Like I'm depressed or I'm worried about a situation or whatever it is. And then I ask myself, look, is this going to matter in the big scheme of things 5 years from now? And if the answer is no, which most of the time it is, I don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. And it has helped. It has helped a lot, because what it does is it makes me realize that this issue, this thing that's bothering me, 9 times out of 10, it's not as important as I'm feeling. And I didn't say it's not as important or as big as I make it out to be. I'm saying as I feel, because it's all about the feeling. Depression and anxiety and these they're feelings, and feelings, they're legitimate and they need to be acknowledged. And then you need to kind of, pack them away in a box and put them away, especially if they're not as important as, as we're feeling that they are, because one of my biggest hang-ups or biggest things that kind of take me down a little is that negative self-talk. Oh man, sometimes up in here it's really loud, y'all, and I know a lot of you can relate to this. I know. But I don't know. I can convince myself that I'm sick. I can convince myself that I'm depressed. I can convince myself that I have anxiety too, and there are days where it almost feels as if I should be depressed. I should be anxious. I should be worried about something. And then, my mind starts looking for things to become upset over, I know you probably maybe have experienced that, and then, you don't have to look too long until you find something. And then all of a sudden, it's all downhill. Well, I guess I shouldn't have said, totally downhill, but you know what I'm saying anyway. So, the change in the medication, I'm not certain if, my mental health is being affected by the old medications coming out of my system or the new medications coming into my system. It probably figures in there somewhere, I'm sure, but I'll tell you, when you live with a chronic disease and you have chronic pain on a daily basis and mobility issues at times, there's only so long you can go before it really gets to you, and like I said before, I've been talking to a lot of people really here on the channel who can relate to the arthritic things, and they say the same thing, that you reach a point like you can go, and I push through. I tend to be a busy person. I tend to you want to go. I'm not a nap taker. I'm not a rester. I just want to go from one thing to another, but it's a struggle. It's hard. It's hard to do that, pushing through. And I'm learning more to listen to my body when it does need rest and to chill and relax when I need to. I've learned my lesson now several times. Pushing myself doesn't get me anywhere. It doesn't, but physically, the last couple of weeks have been rough. Last weekend in particular, I believe it was a flare I had. I don't know. It was just that all over pain and a little difficult to get around. And the depression and anxiety, they tend to go together with me. Depression and anxiety, I usually have them at the same time, especially when I'm not feeling well, But I don't want to ramble on here. I want to get on to to a couple points that I wanted to make, but basically, most of what I deal with comes down to the emotional and mental things that I deal with on a daily basis. And it's been my entire life. And it is those, it's self-worth, it's self-confidence, self-acceptance, self-love, all of those things I've struggled with my whole life. Being raised in an abusive family, I was never kind of given that. I don't know. I like how to say that those formative years and those years where you should, your family, your parents, your grandparents, should be protecting you and teaching you and loving you. And, I didn't have that. I never felt safe at home. I never felt that ever. It was always negative. It was always filled with anger, and of course, I mean, as a child, what do you think? It turns inward, now I recognize all of that now, and I have had years of therapy to kind of get through that, but it doesn't go away. It doesn't. It's something that I deal with every single day. Even with the RA, whenever I'm like not able to do the things that I want to do, I feel less than. I feel like, what kind of partner am I? What kind of husband am I? Right? I need help to do this. I need help to do that. What kind of a friend am I? Right? I mean, these things affect my social life. Like, I don't like to be out in public. I don't like to do social events, in addition to that, my dental issue, which is something that has been a real struggle and a daily thing that it's hard to deal with because it's your image, I mean, you can't, there's only so many times you can laugh and cover your mouth, but I've come to terms with that as best as I can. I'm doing what I can. And when I can get it all fixed, I will, I will. And this is the year that I do want to get it done. I'm putting money away for it. So, hopefully, and for those of you who don't know, I need extensive dental work done. I've lost a lot of teeth. I've had some taken out, removed. It's a slow process right now because I don't have dental insurance. So that's what I'm dealing with now. When prosthetics totally new, either, dentures, partials, implants, whatever it is that I can do. That's the goal, so, it's, I don't know. I know I'd hate to use the word again, but it's been a struggle, and it's been a little bit worse the last couple weeks. But hey, overall, you know what? Everything is good. I am a firm believer, as long as you have hope inside, you'll be just fine. And I do. I still have hope. I still get up every day and I'm like, this is going to be a good day. I have hope for the future. I have plans for the future. I have plans for the individual things that I'm dealing with, such as the RA, such as my teeth, things like that. As long as you have hope, you can keep going. I mean, really, I think that. And for me, I have found that pushing through helps me as well. If I don't, if I kind of like, I don't know, give into it, I don't know how you want to put it, but like, if I don't, let's say I get up and then I sit in my chair in the morning and the urge is to stay sitting all day long and do nothing or go back to bed, if I do that, not only do I get, nothing done, not only does the depression just sit there, when I do get up, I feel guilty about that as well. So it's just a no win for me. So as long as I can push through, and even if it's getting up and doing the dishes, even if it's getting up and making the bed. And by the way, any achievement that somebody gets done during the day who might be going through mental health issues really needs to be recognized, and it needs to be, like applauded a little bit there, even if it's just making the bed. Even if it's just making dinner, just something like that. Because for people who are struggling with mental health issues or physical issues, depression and anxiety or RA or really any type of thing, it's very, very difficult to do those basic things, So that's just another little thing there, is to like recognize the positive things and recognize what you do accomplish and what you get done, no matter how minute you may think it is, so. So yes. So all right. In a nutshell, yes, I am really doing fine. I still have hope. I have a lot of support with Steven, with with my therapist at work, my coworker, and I do still push through, and I do get up, and I still go to work, and I still get work on the garden, which is my happy place there, and I'm a little upset about that because I haven't been able to do as much as I want. I'm behind again, and but I'm not allowing that to get to me. It is what it is. It's about acceptance. If I don't get it all in, I don't get it all in. Is the world going to stop 5 years from now? Is that going to matter? Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I talked totally in circles tonight. I hope I didn't. I really hope you got something out of this. At the very, very least, I hope that if anybody out there is struggling with any mental health issues, or really, since we talked about physical issues, physical health issues as well, hopefully, you have someone to relate to now. Hopefully, you know that you're not alone. One of the biggest things is feeling alone in all of this too, and you're definitely not. I know that I'm not, you're not, so I hope that at the very least, that came out of this. I'm really not good at talking like this. I don't practice ahead of time. I don't think that it's, with a personal video like this that, it should be scripted or written down or anything. But maybe next time I should try that, because I don't know if I made any sense tonight or not. Really. So I guess I hope I got all the. Oh yes, that, and I hope that maybe a couple little tips there that I gave, the 5x5 rule, and hope. And hope. Always keep hope in your heart, because it should be there, because y'all, you matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. And if nobody told you that today, I did. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll see what we get into next week. Next week, it'll be both Steven and I together for a mental health video, to kind of close out Mental Health Awareness Month. Okay. And thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. I do appreciate all your feedback too. And leave a comment below if you have any feedback. I'd love to hear it. And thank you again. Check us out over on social media, and all of our contact information is listed right down below. Our post office box, our email address, and I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button too, for sure. And get ready, guys, because summer is right around the corner. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Okay, ciao, everybody. Hey guys, hey, happy summer!
And we're celebrating in a big way.
Oh yes, we are. Y'all, we have so much fun summer content. I don't even know where to begin.
And of course, all of our old regular favorites too.
Definitely. We have recipes and projects and hauls and trips.
All with a little sprinkle of summer.
And all that summer fun begins this Monday with our summer kickoff carnival.
All week long.
A frozen blueberry lemonade.
Thank you.
So, what are you waiting for? Grab that big old beach towel.
And your sunglasses.
It's gonna be an endless summer here on Smokey, Steve, and Marc. Happy summer!